Now, RINSEKIT reached out to us before the holidays and offered us a product exchange for a review. Essentially, they were going to send us their newest model, the RINSEKIT Pro, in exchange for an honest review. Now, those of you who know me know that my reviews tend to be pretty honest, so I was shocked when they said that, but needless to say, they sent it out, said, hey, take your time, look it over, tell us what you think. So this thing has gone out now, I'm gonna say about 3 camping trips, and it's a good time as any to go ahead and formulate my opinion on it. Now, the RINSEKIT itself is just like the old school RINSEKIT before it. A simple box, hose connection, and of course a shower wand, you know, all self-contained within this little box right here, except, that's right, this particular model has an included battery pack that runs a pump that pressurizes the system. And this has some unique and obviously distinct advantages that give this the edge over other portable shower systems that are out there on the market, like the water port or bag showers that have just a manual pump. This kind of does it all, and I'm pretty impressed with it. I don't normally get that impressed with these kind of products, and especially these kind of products at this price range, but this has some use, and I think if you can afford to spend the money on it, it's actually not a bad buy. So let's just walk through it here. One thing that a lot of people always try to show with these particular kinds of portable showers is that they're somehow a way for you to magically wash your car without going to a car wash or using your home faucet. And I can see that, but there's always that one caveat, and that's that these things don't ever hold enough water to wash a whole car. Everybody who tries to do a video with one, they don't even get halfway through and they're out of water in it. The cool thing about this is when it runs out of water, I can go grab another water jug from inside the Land Rover here and refill it. And not unlike the water port that we have before, I don't have to get the air compressor out to repressurize it because, well, it's self-pressurizing. And I was talking with our buddy Andy over in the UK trying to get ideas on things that I could do to demonstrate usefulness and versatility of this particular piece of kit. And one thing he suggested was as a way to knock the mud off of a vehicle. And you know, here in Arizona, you don't think about that often because, well, we don't have mud that often. But somebody who lives somewhere like where Andy lives, that's all they have. Now, does it have, let's say, pressure washer levels of pressure? No. Does it have garden hose levels of pressure? Probably not. But it does provide you with some sort of stream to knock mud off before you go home, and that's very useful because it's always easier to get this mud off right after you've just got done off-roading than after you let it bake and cake on. RINSEKIT also makes, essentially, it's a battery-powered unit that clips onto this end of this hose, which allows you to use this RINSEKIT as like a touchless hand wash station, which in today's extremely germophobic world, a touchless hand wash station is like gold. So some things that I like. Number one, I do like the execution on it, okay? It is completely self-contained. With self-contained systems like the original RINSEKIT or the water port, is that they require something to pressurize them, be it the water hose that you're filling off of or a secondary air compressor in the case of the water port. This thing kind of went ahead and checked all those boxes and done it all into one nice, easy to carry, compact little self-contained shower unit. We've found this thing invaluable when it comes time to doing things like doing dishes, because whereas we would put the water port on the roof and carry it around with us whenever we went somewhere, over time the seals inside that thing have started to go, so it loses pressure, and you'll get somewhere at the end of the day and just not have any water pressure. It'll just be gravity feed out of the hose, which isn't optimal for when you're trying to blast stuff off of dishes. This thing, on the other hand, I'm able to just pull it out, hit the button, turn it on, and be done with it. And if it runs out of water, I just refill it. There's plenty of water in the tank to be able to at least get one shower in. But like I said, the ability to top this thing off, and it kind of feels like a plastic Coleman cooler pre-roto molded era. that kind of a plastic thickness or build thickness. Battery life's been good. I've used it on 3 different trips now, haven't recharged it once. It does come with both an AC plug and a plug to plug into your car's cigarette lighter to recharge it while you're going down the road. Some places where I think it doesn't hit as hard as some of the other options out there. Pressure, initial pressure, I should say. It's not as good, right? This thing starts at a reduced level, but it stays at that level, and you do get a constant supply and a constant pressure of water until the tank itself is depleted. I'm very happy with it, and I plan on keeping it in the Land Rover and using it as a piece of kit for the Land Rover. But if it's right for you, well, that's kind of gonna depend on a couple of the drawbacks to it. And the very first drawback, let's get it out of the way right now, is the price. It's over $300. This is not a cheap piece of kit. You gotta ask yourself when you're going into this, can I really afford a $300 shower, or do I really need this to spend that kind of money on it? For a lot of people, that can be a big deal breaker, myself included, because while I do enjoy it and I really love this product, I don't think I need it enough to spend that kind of money on it. For other people, it might be different. If you have young kids that like to go camping, this is a great option for that, especially coupled with that automatic shower head. But it, again, comes at an added cost and top of an already high starting cost. Next one, and it kind of just goes to some potential issues I see with build quality. One, all of the fittings on the hoses are plastic, just like they were with the water port. And those are things that I had to change later on to update to heavier brass fittings. It's just kind of a pain in the ass, because I know in 6 months I'm going to be replacing all that plastic. And goes the shower head nozzle, it's plastic. The one we had on the water port, same deal, was plastic. I just went down to Home Depot, bought a $10 cast one, and it's worked fine for over a year with no issues. Again, be forewarned, that's something that if you're going to keep this product long term, you're gonna run into. I don't care who you are. The connection where the hose initially comes out of whatever pump system is in there is a crimped fitting. And if you know anything about fittings, you know that a crimped fitting isn't something you're going to just replace or repair yourself if you've got a problem. Like if this hose on this system itself springs a leak somewhere along the line, it's going to be more challenging to replace something. I wish they would have either kept their crimp fitting and put it into a regular hose bib connection so I could have screwed the hose on or off. I don't know. What do you guys think? You guys think this is worth it? If you want to check one out yourself, check the links in the description below. As always, I'm Matt Kester. You can find me on Facebook and Instagram at Frugal Explorer Dad. Check out the channels, Instagram at Secondhand Overland, and the Facebook and the secondhandoverland.net website. Until next time, be good.